In breastfeeding, the latch is the moment everything comes together. Your baby takes a big mouthful of your nipple and areola, or latches on, begins to suck, and draws out your milk. When your baby has established a good latch, your nipple soreness is minimized and your little one gets the nourishment he needs. How do you pull all that off? First and most important, have faith in yourself and your baby. Babies are designed to breastfeed, says Emily Pease, RN, International Board Certified Lactation Consultant, IBCLC, of Swedish Hospital's Breastfeeding Center in Seattle. They are born with instincts that help them find mom's breast and latch on, often with very little assistance. And if problems do come up, there are lots of ways to troubleshoot. Here are more steps to get a good latch right from the start. Keep track of baby's feeding schedule. Step 1. Do your homework. Before your baby arrives, take a breastfeeding class. Many hospitals and birthing centers offer them, or go to a La Leche League international meeting. At prenatal breastfeeding classes, instructors demonstrate latching with videos or with dolls, so you can get more comfortable with the process. Connecting with other moms and new moms-to-be can be an invaluable source of support should you have questions or problems when your turn arrives. Find a nursing cover for your needs. How to get a good breastfeeding latch. Step 2. Get comfortable. Find a relaxed position that you can stay in for a while. Some experts encourage moms to breastfeed in a reclined position, usually about 45 degrees, though do what feels good for you, especially at the beginning. It's usually much more comfortable for the mom, Pease explains. Also, when you're lying back, gravity helps support your baby so you don't have to do all the work. And it's an easier position for your baby to use her hands, lift and turn her head, and bury her chin into the breast, all helpful things for her to do when she's latching on. It's your partner's job to hold your baby while you're getting settled, so pay attention to where you might need an extra pillow or two, and make sure your water bottle's full. How to get a good breastfeeding latch. Step 3. Start breastfeeding as soon as possible after your baby is born. The earlier you start breastfeeding, the more likely you'll be to tap into your baby's innate abilities to latch on, making the process easier for both of you, as well as keeping your milk supply strong. Right from the very beginning, a baby's natural reflex is to crawl up to mommy's breast on his own and start nursing, says Agnes Petticino, IBCLC, and a childbirth educator based in New York City. When you put your baby's bare skin on your bare skin, you help those reflexes kick in. Even if you've had to be separated from your baby for a little while after birth, skin-to-skin contact, plus your smell and touch, can bring him right back to nuzzling and rooting around looking for your nipple. How to get a good breastfeeding latch. Step 4. Set your baby up to nurse properly. Begin by putting your baby tummy down on your bare chest, and tummy in little else than her diaper, with her cheeks and chin touching your breasts. Some moms find it most comfortable to place their babies horizontally across their chests, but do whatever works for you. Placing your hand on your baby's upper back and neck might help steady her. You can encourage her interest in your nipple and make her open wide by expressing a little colostrum, your first milk. Rub your thumb and finger back and forth across your nipple, gently compressing your areola to make some come out. Ideally, your baby's bottom lip will be near or on the base of your areola with her nose opposite your nipple. When she smells the colostrum, she'll bury her chin into your breast, open her mouth, and latch on. Your mammary glands are located behind the areola, Petticino says. You want your baby's mouth covering most of the bottom of your areola and some of the top, not just your nipples, so those glands are stimulated when she sucks, and produce milk. If your breasts are large or your baby's mouth is small, you can make it easier for her to latch if you compress your breast gently into a sort of nipple sandwich. Cup your breast in a U-hold so your fingers are parallel to your baby's lips and gently squeeze, as you would if you were pressing down on a big sandwich you're about to bite into. You'll be making your breast into a smaller bite for your baby. How to get a good breastfeeding latch. Step 5. Know the signs of a good latch. Your baby is latching well if you feel a pulling or tugging sensation on your breast and he is getting milk. How to tell if your baby is swallowing. His temple and lower jaw move rhythmically and you hear a breathy ah occasionally, which is your baby exhaling after he swallows. Keep in mind that before your milk comes in, your baby won't be swallowing all that often because the volume of colostrum isn't high. Ideally, your baby's lips will be flanged out like a fish or an open flower around your nipple and areola, not tucked under, which may make your nipples sore. How to get a good breastfeeding latch. Step 6. Be on the lookout for signs of trouble. It's common for new moms to feel a little soreness or tenderness with breastfeeding, especially in the very beginning. But you shouldn't feel pinching or biting, and any soreness shouldn't last the entire feeding, Pease says. If it does, it means there's something going on that we need to explore. Pay attention to how your nipple looks when your baby detaches. If it's compressed, cracked, or bleeding, that's not normal, Pedicino says. If you notice any of these things or feel a lot of pain, or if something seems off for your baby, reach out to a lactation consultant, talk to your doctor or pediatrician, or find a support group. Some issues can interfere with your baby's nursing abilities, and an expert can help. Maybe your baby is biting or has a tight jaw, or perhaps you have flat or inverted nipples, Pease says. There are things we can do to help all that. Breastfeeding is normal, it's what babies do. So if there's a problem, let's figure out how to fix it. Breastfeeding latch, proper positioning. The most important part of successful breastfeeding is the latch. If your baby is not properly latched onto your breast, feedings could be painful. There are specific techniques that can be used when latching your baby to your breast. The position in which you hold your baby is also crucial. When a good position and latch is obtained, breastfeeding can be a wonderful experience between mother and baby. A lactation consultant may prove helpful in getting the techniques down. Find a lactation consultant in your area. Breastfeeding may cause your nipples to be sore. While correcting the latch will make a difference for your long-term comfort, it may prove helpful to use a nipple cream to ease the soreness immediately. Look at nipple creams here. Hunger cues. Your baby may first display some hunger cues, signaling that he/she is ready to feed. He might suck on his lip, tongue, finger, or fist. Fidgeting and fussing at this time are also indicators that your baby is hungry. Crying is a late hunger cue and may make it more difficult to begin breastfeeding. Try to pay attention and learn those earlier hunger cues. Keep in mind that swaddling, pacifiers, and mittens can inhibit the hunger cues, as the baby's mouth and hands are restricted. Latching on. A good latch is vital to successful breastfeeding. The following techniques used with proper positioning can help ensure a good latch. Get in a comfortable chair with great back support to feed your baby. Using a stool to rest your feet on will help with good posture and prevent you from straining your neck and shoulders. Use your breastfeeding support pillow if you have one. And if you don't, use whatever kind of pillows you can find to help support you and the baby. A good breastfeeding pillow can make a huge difference in getting the baby in a proper position to latch on well. Make sure your baby is tummy to tummy with you at all times. Make sure you bring your baby to you, and do not try to lean into the baby. Not only will this cause severe strain on your neck and shoulders, but it can affect the baby's position. Remember to keep your baby's ear, shoulder, and hip in alignment, which will make swallowing easier. The baby's nose should be opposite the nipple. You might need to hold your breast to help guide the nipple to your baby's mouth. Grasp the breast on the sides, using either a C hold or U hold. Make sure to keep fingers far from the nipple so you don't affect how baby latches on. Aim the nipple toward the baby's upper lip/nose, not the middle of the mouth. You might need to rub the nipple across the top lip to get your baby to open his/her mouth. The baby's head should be tilted slightly back. You do not want his chin to his chest. When he opens his mouth wide with the chin dropped and tongue down, he should latch onto the nipple. If he does not open wide, do not try to shove the nipple in and wiggle the mouth open. It is best to move back, tickle the lip again with the nipple and wait for a wide open mouth. Try to get as much of the lower portion of the areola, the area around the nipple, in the baby's mouth. The baby's chin should indent the lower portion of your breast. Look to see if the baby's bottom and top lip are flanged out like fish lips. If they are not, you may use your finger to pull the bottom one down and open up the top one more. Positioning your baby to feed? There are many different positions that can work while breastfeeding. It is important to find one that is comfortable for both you and your baby. Make sure to utilize the tips in the above list to help ensure your position is correct. Cross cradle hold. This position is often the most helpful for moms right after birth and until they get more confident in getting their baby latched on correctly. It feels awkward for many moms at first, but once they see how it allows them to use both their hands more effectively, moms get more comfortable with it. You will use the arm on the opposite side you will be feeding from to hold and support your baby, while you use the hand on the side you are feeding from to support your breast. Lay your baby next to you, tummy to tummy, with your opposite hand supporting the back of his head. You want to make sure you are holding at the neck, so you are just guiding the head. You will use the other hand, on the same side the baby is feeding from, to hold and navigate your breast and nipple. Once the baby is securely latched on, you can move your arms to the cradle hold. Cradle hold. This position is often used after your baby is a few weeks old and you are more confident in your breastfeeding hold. Your baby lays across your front at breast level with his/her tummy toward your chest. Your baby's head will be resting in the crook of your elbow, on the same side you will be nursing from. You will use the opposite hand to help hold your breast if you need to help get your baby latched on properly. Football hold. Your baby will lay along your side under your arm, with your hand supporting the back of the baby's neck. The baby's bottom should bump up against whatever you are sitting in, back of the chair, couch, etc. Make sure to bend the baby's legs at the hip, so that he does not push his feet against whatever you are leaning against, as this will affect how he will be able to latch. This hold is really great for a mom who had a cesarean birth and for women with large breasts. Side lying. Lay your baby on his/her side with a pillow behind his back for support. You should also lay on your side facing your baby. You might use a pillow behind your back or between your knees for support. Your baby's nose should be in line with your nipple. There are other positions that can work for both you and your baby. Make sure that you and the baby are comfortable. If not, try another position. Signs that confirm a good latch. Tongue is seen when the bottom lip is pulled down. Ears wiggle. There is circular movement of the jaw rather than rapid chin movement. Cheeks are rounded. You do not hear clicking or smacking noises. You can hear swallowing. Chin is touching your breast. When your baby comes off the breast, the nipple is not flattened or misshaped. Any discomfort ends quickly after getting the baby latched on. Your baby ends the feeding with signs of satiety/satisfaction. These signs include, the baby looks relaxed, falls off the breast, has open hands, and/or falls asleep. Remember, breastfeeding should not be painful. A good latch will help keep discomfort to a minimum. When the baby has not latched on well, other problems can develop including cracked and sore nipples. Once you get accustomed to positioning your baby and helping him/her get a good latch. Thanks for watching. Don't forget for like, share and subscribe our channel to get more video update. And see you on next videos.